So I do understand pioneers often starts out with great intention and clear vision, but it always fades away into a lost meaning, a pattern across history. And it's a destiny of every movement, including CJP, even though I supported India against corruption before Aam Aadmi Party was formed. I was part of that protest. I was on the streets raising slogans, hoping that this protest will change something. Where we are today, worse, nothing really happened. The problem with this is that these movements, when you don't, I don't, we don't examine the self at the center of this movement, who is at the center of this movement? It's the I, the ego. What does ego want? What do you really want? If you don't take this human life seriously, you are losing a potential to know that you are the fucking universe experiencing the body, not the body experiencing the universe. I was born in 1993, and for as long as I can remember, as far as I can remember, I grew up hearing few sentences. Inflation is too much. This government is corrupt. Nothing will change. I am from India, so the typical dialogue was, no one can save India, nothing can happen. India is doomed. There will be no change. All these cliches. As I was growing up, I was under the impression that, okay, maybe this generation is doomed, but once my generation back then will come in powerful positions, things will change. I don't think like my parents, I don't think like my grandparents, so things will change eventually. Then, while I was growing up, the parties changed, the new parties made new promises. It seemed that they want change because they were addressing real issues, at least in public. But nothing happened. Parties kept coming in power, then leaving, then another one comes. They would do some changes, like marginal changes, which they had to, I guess, to get the votes in. Because if you would do nothing, of course, how can you get vote next time? So you have to do something, just enough to ask for the vote again and sell people dreams and hopes. And the way parties kept changing and nothing changed, it truly felt like I'm watching a show called Human. Be it election, be it religion, be it war or politics, we have this very heinous, I think heinous is the right word. I don't think there is any other word would justify the feeling I want to convey. Heinous tendency to turn everything into entertainment. And why I'm saying that? Because yes, it starts, revolution or the wish to change start from pain point, but after a certain point, I am sitting here in the comfort of my home. Some people are protesting on the road, and it doesn't affect me directly, immediately. Like today, it doesn't have any impact on me. So I switch on channels, changes news channels on TV, scroll on Instagram, Twitter, just to see something which traps my mind in that moment. So I forget about my real problem, my immediate real problems. So subconsciously, or I don't know, maybe consciously, I can't speak on everyone's behalf, but at least when I sit down and notice, for me, it's subconsciously, I find that I don't really care what's happening on the street. And it's just not me. I mean, because I think about it and I'm making this video, I definitely do care, but only when I think about it. But when I'm indulged in it, forgetting about who is getting indulged, it's really deep question, okay? So stop before judging me or someone else you see on screen, and see what you're doing. You are running away from the real issue, because if I will sit down and watch myself, and I will find the things about myself which will make me uncomfortable. So let me judge this guy on camera, on screen, on TV. That's much better. Let me put myself on a bigger pedestal. I know better, I'm better than him, and put him down, and then think, oh, see, I saw it, I knew it, I could see it, how can't he see it? He's so stupid. They don't know what they're talking about. My country is developing. These protesters don't know. They are brainwashed. Thousands of people are brainwashed. And it's not about the number. In reality, billions of people are brainwashed. So yes, they can be brainwashed. Protesters can be brainwashed sometime. But what I'm saying, that when you are reaching to the conclusion that someone is brainwashed or not, sit down. Yes, I know the mind tendency is to judge something very fast. Like it's craving to hold on to something. It's craving to know something. It wants to know why something is happening. So it just jumped to conclusion. They did this because of that. This because of that is very dangerous. You should take your time to reach here because of that. And now the funny thing is, now you will think, if you will relate to me, that I know what I'm talking about. That I know what I'm talking about because of that. But trust me, you don't know. And how can I say you don't know but I know? I don't know either. I can say one thing for sure, that if we would know as accumulated human race, there won't be any wars. We won't need governments in the first place. And the world will be so much better place. There won't be any harassments. There won't be any crimes at scale. There won't be, people won't be exploiting animals for their little needs, which they have alternatives for. So I know that we don't know, because sit with it. Why don't you know? I'll give you one way, one direction to look at. Look at yourself. That's all it needs. You need to change the country, the world will change. 100%, like 100%. I know as a fact, when you, whoever you are, whatever you are, you will always influence some people in your life. Some people. And if you are someone who find abusive someone's mother is norm, because some people who you like do it, or commenting on a woman who's passing by is norm because you get appreciated by your peers, or whatever, I mean, whatever you think is norm, please rethink about it. Because the norm is to exploit, norm is to harass, crime is norm, patriarchy is norm. Is it okay? Is norm is equal to right? Because lots of norm is actually not right. Because of lots of norm, we are on this planet going through these horrible times, because we consider lots of things as norms. And when something far in some different country happens, which doesn't really directly affect you, you just look at it as entertainment. Hey, let me focus there. They are so much worse than me. I am so better. Afghanistan recently took away all the rights from women. They can't do nothing. They are literally as good as animals. I mean, even animals get some care. Like, I have my cat right now in front of me. He has a better life than a woman in Afghanistan. So I won't even say animals, it's worse. But it doesn't affect me. My mother, my sister, my best friend's sister, everyone I know, every woman I know are doing good. So why should I worry? Why should you worry? Right? That's how we think. We think if it doesn't concern me directly, it's fine. Let's watch it as entertainment. Yes, you can't do anything, but you can dialogue. You can dialogue. You can. If you are honest enough, you will see where you are responsible. But you have to be extremely honest for that. Like, when I'm saying extremely, I'm saying the pinnacle of honesty has to be there. The heights of it, peak of it. Then you will see where you are responsible for what's happening in Afghanistan or in Israel or in Palestine. You will see it because we are responsible to some degree, because nothing is existing on its own. We all are part of this whole one thing. And yes, we might have minuscule level of contribution, but we have a contribution and we have to look at it. And until we won't look at it, it will keep going on. And today you will feel safe. The fire is at my neighbor's house. My house is perfectly fine, but the fire will come to your house one day. Maybe you will pass away, but your children will burn, or maybe their children will burn. But if you won't look at the fire and do something about it, your house will burn. It's a matter of time. That's how karma works. What's happening in Afghanistan, you can't do directly anything about it. You can't do indirectly anything about it. That's what you think. But I'm still saying, if you will reflect, if you will find your contribution to that, I can't put enough stress on it. The amount of change it will bring is insane. It is insane. Yes, one person, just you. If you will do it, it will bring an insane change. Afghanistan is an extreme of something which we practice in our daily life. There is this whole video on my channel which is about rape, how society turns or brings rapists into society. What is your and my contribution to it? You can go and watch it and you reflect again, reflect. Don't judge, don't jump to conclusions. Reflect. Do that. And by saying all of this, I don't want to demean the importance of starting a revolution. Recently, if you're not living under the rocks, you must have heard about Cockroach Janata Party. It happens to be fastest rising political pressure group, one of the political pressure group in the world, which came out of just a statement by a minister in India. Got some millions of followers within a week. Now it has more followers than the leading party in India, something around 22 millions when I last checked. By the time the video will be out, they will have more. So am I saying that it's of no use? No, I'm not saying that. It is important. But the problem with revolution and these movements are that they end up like a Chinese whisper. The first person says something, his intent is one thing. Some unwanted people go and try to sabotage these revolutions, these movements, and try to sabotage it. Yeah, as I said. Then it becomes something else. This started from NEET examinations, paper of NEET examinations getting leaked. We want resignation of education minister. Simple, right? Right now, this is how it's going on. It might go on like this for months. But what will happen to it after a few years? I don't know. But if I will just pick up a history book and just look around the human history, we have a habit to go back to being how we were. This doesn't concern me directly, so whatever, I'll consume it as an entertainment. Here I want to read it from my notes, which says, so I do understand pioneers often starts out with great intention and clear vision, but it always fades away in a lost into a lost meaning, a pattern across history. It's a destiny of every movement, including CJP. Even though I support it for what it is today, I supported India against corruption before Aam Aadmi Party was formed. I was part of that protest. I was on the streets raising slogans, hoping that this protest will change something. Where we are today, worse, nothing really happened. Back then, Congress was extremely corrupt. India was sick of it. And who did we bring in power? This current government, BJP. Back then, I thought, like millions others, that it will be a better alternative. It's a worse alternative. So even though I full-heartedly support this movement, and just because it will certainly lose its meaning and value in future, I won't dismiss that it has a potential to bring some immediate changes. That can happen. That much power this political pressure group holds, if they continue it the way they started. There's a big if there as well, because opposition parties will try to make sure that they don't succeed in what they want to achieve. And I really hope they achieve in what they want, for what they set their foot out. But the bigger problem, and now I want you to zoom out, okay? Like zoom out a bit. Let's look beyond this movement, because there will be hundreds of movements like this in future. There have been thousands of movements like this in past. So it's not something new. It's not really something new. It's just history repeating itself once again. The problem with this is that these movements, when you don't, I don't, we don't examine the self at the center of this movement, who is at the center of this movement? It's the I, the ego. What does ego want? What do you really want? This is really deep question. Like, this is, I think, one of the deepest philosophical question you can ask yourself or someone else. And I will give you an answer to this question in some time, in few minutes. But before I give you an answer, I want you to think. I will make the screen blank for some time. I want you to think, and then we'll see how far or close you were to the real answer. Okay, welcome back. I'm gonna guess what you just thought about. Money, happiness, fame, good health of the loved ones, peace. So 5 guesses. If you were anywhere there, you are far from the right answer. What ego really wants is an illusion which these 5 things creates. By getting any of these 5 things, whichever you were thinking you really want, what you get is true freedom. That's what we all want. True freedom. Someone is stuck somewhere in their life because they don't have access to the finances they think they will require to be free. Someone is extremely sad because some of their family members have bad health, or they fear, that's their biggest fear, of losing them, and that's how and they are trapped with this fear. You see, everything will lead to freedom if you will think deep enough for a long time, for long enough time. And that's what ego wants. The CJP protest is not really about NEET. On the surface, yes, it's about the examination. On surface, every revolution is about some surface level things. But deep down, the ego wants absolute freedom. And the funny part is, absolute freedom is achievable in only two ways. Only two ways. There is no third way. First is death. Absolute freedom. You are not bound by or to anything, anyone. Second, I don't know if you will get it, but I will say it. If you will get it, it's good. If you won't, well, my job is to just say it out loud, and whoever gets it, gets it. The second way is to experience death while being alive. I'm getting goosebumps. Not because it's something mystical, because that's what every spiritual guru, or I don't know, these priests and pastors will tell you. It's not mystical at all. It's super logical. And that's the main reason this channel exists, to make spirituality based in logic, not in mysticism. So let's understand how to experience this death while being alive. We will get back to this question, how to do that. But before that, I want to address the key reason why human, I'm going to quote my notes, and the key reason why humans repeatedly fall in this cycle, because we keep thinking primary change needs to happen out there and never look within. Because that is way more scary and an honest and courageous work. So these were all like some few notes in my diary. Coming to the core question, how to experience death, how to understand the ego itself, who wants something, who is a pile of desires. Is desire bad? As every spiritual guru says, don't desire anything, because if you will desire, you will never get moksha, liberation, whatever bullshit. I don't know what they're onto. When you don't jump to conclusions comes to you. If you will just sit and watch, observe, without wishing to understand something, answers comes to you. And answers are not as an absolute answer. What is death? Death is this. Big revelation happened. God came in my dream and told me this. Not like that. When you sit down and observe your thoughts, your nature of mind, you start to develop an understanding, and that understanding brings answer with it. It really is that simple. It really is very simple. So yeah, how to die while living, how to die while being alive. it's really a catch-22, I would say, because there is no way, but there is a way. I know it makes no fucking sense. I know. So before reaching to the point where how to die, we need to understand who dies and who is alive. Who is alive? You will say this body is alive. Like, you have to understand who are you. And if you understand who are you, you will understand, you will also get that there is no one who is alive or who dies. We as a society, because of biology, because of how the nature have made us into fractions. My cat, me, my, mine. It runs through our understanding. We all know, we all live like this. But that's actually not true. And I'm not claiming it as a fact. I don't want you to. Now, if you are again doing the same thing, jumping to conclusions, can you just listen to me without drawing conclusions? If you can do that, you don't. The funny part is if you can do that, you don't even need me. You don't need any guru. You don't need Buddha. You don't need Osho. You don't need anyone. So if you can really do it, you can actually go close this video. But if you keep jumping to conclusions over and over, you have misunderstood yourself as your mind or body. It's same thing. There's no mind as such, inside the body separate. It is the body. So you have understood yourself as a body, misunderstood yourself as a body. The body is a part of who you are, but you are not the body. Body exists in you. You don't exist in the body. It's very funny. It's very comic in a nature how life is. There's this laughing Buddha in China. You know why he keeps laughing? Because he knows what I'm talking about. He sees it, that how everything how everything is so how everything is such a big fat lie, which we so truly, so passionately holds on to and think that this is my entire life is. In this big cosmos, on this big planet, in this small city, this woman who gave me birth is everything, is my God. Because that's what my culture taught me. You know what? Your culture can teach you anything. The culture can make a human, a baby, into a rapist. Again, watch the video, how it works. A culture can turn a baby into a terrorist. A culture can turn anything into anything. But a culture can't do one thing. It cannot reflect on itself. Because if it does that, there won't be any culture. You won't need religion. You won't need culture. You won't need governments to tell you where to go, what to do. Whatever you will do will be fine. You won't exploit people. You won't lie. You won't cheat. You won't manipulate. It just cannot happen if you reflect enough. If you don't, then all you do is a lie. Because if, for example, this is a pen right here. This is the ego, right? This is who I think I am, a pen. I hold this diary very dear to me because my existence depends on it. That's what pen thinks. I don't like this bottle. I hate it. Like it serves me no purpose. Like, what the fuck? I can't write on it. It's of no use to me. It actually makes my pen, this thing, it is pen, right? Bad. So I don't want it. I want paper. I love paper. Paper makes me feel important. Paper makes me feel seen. So I love this. I hate it. You see? But if the pen can see it's not really a pen, writing is one of a thing it can do, but it's made of so many things. If I will remove this, right, this riffle, it can't write even on the paper. But the day he will open himself enough and see its reality that it's just a metal. Now he is not just a pen, he is a pan in the kitchen, he is the Eiffel Tower in France, he is the bridge, he is everything which is made out of metal. Because it is metal. Is it a pen? It's not a pen, it's a metal. The shape enables him to write. Yes, but that's not what it is. Do you see what I'm trying to tell you? You are not the pen. You are metal. In human context or in living being context, here's my cat again, sleeping peacefully. He is consciousness. So am I. So are you. So is everything else. His body doesn't allow him to reflect. So he is a puppet of his instincts. You and me, on the other hand, we can reflect. That's why all religion, the true religion, not the pop religion, fuck pop religion, the truest message the religion wants to convey is eventually is that being human is a fucking gift. Don't waste it. It's not about, oh, you are important, you are extremely important, don't waste it, God will punish you. No, there is no God to punish you. You are, if if you don't take this human life seriously, you are losing a potential to know that you are the fucking universe experiencing the body, not the body experiencing the universe. And if you will see this reality as it is, as it is, money, fame, peace, happiness, whatever the fifth thing was, those things won't, those things as a result of understanding will just drops. And it doesn't mean that you won't feel pain. You will feel pain when someone who's really close to you will go away from your life. You will be hurt, but you won't be stuck in it. And that's the only difference. People often think it's so scary, oh, I will not be attached to my family. That's not possible. Because at the end of the day, this body is biology, and biology works on attachment. Attachment is a part of being a body, a human body, but you are not just that. It's part of you, it's not who you are. That's what I'm saying. And that's what we don't look at. That's what we don't look at. There is one of my favorite philosopher who's a living philosopher in today's time. He's from India. His name is Acharya Prashant. He gave this beautiful example. I don't know if it's his own example, or it doesn't really matter, like who says what. If truth is being said through him, through me, through you, through a textbook, through a book, it doesn't matter. What matters is not the speaker, but what matters is what has been said. So I'm just giving example of his name. If you are new to my channel, you can go. He is a much better teacher than me. He gave this example of a dog and a rabies, where ego is like rabies. And you know, one day there's a dog who got rabies and he wants to bite at you. The same dog who was so loving to you yesterday, last week, last month, who comes to you, who would come to you, lick you and wag his tail and show so much affection. But now he wants to bite everyone. What's happening? Does the dog change? It's the virus within him who's controlling him, who wants to spread from one body to another, because he also has a time limit, because dog will die, the host body will die soon, so he wants to find a new host. Just like you and me, we will do whatever at the cost of others' expense just to stay alive. So what is so wrong about it? Why do we want to kill the dog? If you will see at the virus as a metaphor to ego and dog as a metaphor of body, if you really think you are controlling, you know what you really are doing, and it's you who wants to do what you want to do, again, I want to say the same thing. Sit down and reflect. If you wouldn't be born where you were born, if you wouldn't have the parents you had, if you wouldn't have gone to school, whichever school you went to, the environment you were grown in, your wishes will be completely different. The difference between rich and poor is not a matter of talent or smartness or IQ. It's a matter of things which they were exposed to. You know, and that creates probability, more or less. I mean, this sentence wants me to open on karma, but that can be a separate video, so we won't go into that. But I want to leave you right here. If you live in Delhi, if you live anywhere else where you are seeing some meaningful protest happening out there, go out, participate in it. It's important. But do not miss even more important part of reflection on the self. When you reflect on the self, you understand what self is and who's the one who's reflecting on it. And I hope you understood even a bit of it, because if you would, that would make this video a success. Even 1%, if you get a little bit of what I'm saying, not the whole, because I know the whole is a bit complicated, but a little bit. And if you want to judge me, stop there, reflect. I'll see you in the next video. Peace.